Hello and welcome to my guide on how to make a crazily cheap underwater monopod pole for your GoPro which floats. I'm here in Turkey, me and the girlfriend got a GoPro each, we're playing in the sea a lot, getting some great videos, but we've been holding them with our hands, then got a bit wiser and cable tied them to our wrists, but it's not ideal. Get a much better shot with a monopod. And this is the finished item, and in this tutorial I'll teach you how to make one of these. Turkey here, this cost me a total of less than €10 to make two, I think. Now let me explain, Turkey's a beautiful place, but it's quite hard to get hold of stuff. It's not England, and knowing where stuff is for me is a bit tricky. So I've been scouring shops, local little hardware shops, finding bits and bobs, and this is what I've come up with. Bit of this piping hot and cold PPR Type 3 pipe. Found a shop, just got some random lengths and got them to heat seal on the one end of the capped one end of the pipe, and then spare caps, which are these, to go on the other end. Now they don't just push on, they have to be heated, and then they get this seal, as you can see on this one here. It's all sealed up. And what else have I got? I've got the old Imperial thread bolts, which I managed to find to fit the tripod mounts for any camera, GoPro, etc. So mark the centre spot, drill a 5mm hole. I'm pushing that in. Once it's poked through nicely, it's gonna just flow. Okay, I've not screwed the screw in fully. What I'm going to do is get some glue down inside that, and as I screw it in, it will take some glue into the thread, and also then glue the underside of the screw head there to the base. Just pour it in, easier. And then now thread it in. Well, that screwing is taking some of the glue into the thread, where eventually it will set. There you go. Okay, what I'm doing here is just sanding down the end of the pole so the cap will fit over a bit easier. Just sanding it down, heat it over a flame, both of these bits, hopefully they'll push together. So I'm just going to take the edge off it. Bit of sanding, I'm actually starting to get this to push on and be a bit of a tight fit. What you want to do is cut down the length of this bolt to just 3 threads showing. Now I'm going to do to this as well, is also put a little rubber washer on there so it clamps on quite nicely, as they have on all these and most tripods. So I'm going to leave 4 threads and then cut the rest off. Little trick when cutting threads is it's with a hacksaw, you're pretty much going to mash up the very end of the thread and make stuff quite tricky to get back on. So put a nut on first, and then what you can do is undo the nut, and it just kind of corrects the thread a little bit, allowing you to file it down easier. Now, thread's a bit screwed up, not too bad. Take the bolt off, just work it a bit, and hopefully that will straighten up the thread. Simple case now, getting this onto this. You saw how quick that was, and it's nicely melted the stuff out, and that's pushed together really nice and easy. And now, you have this writing on here. If you don't like that, you're just going to keep your pole white. Bit of the girlfriend's nail polish remover, bit of toilet roll, and hey voila, completely got. But not 100% sure these seals are watertight, so what I'm going to do is silicone them up. Move it around. There you go. Wet the old finger and then just smear it in. So what now we're going to do is make the wrist strap. What we need is a bit of webbing and then a separate clip. Feed it through. Bottom, I'm going to do it so the sewing is on the top on the outside. Not the prettiest way, but more comfortable for your wrist. and you want it something like that. Sew the two together. When you cut this, is just get a lighter, melt it down. Melt it down first actually before you sew the two together. So sew those two together, and then so you get your tension, pull it, mending a pair of hands. There you go. That's comfortable like that. Release. Cut to where you want to sew. Get a knife, cut down there, and sew the two together. Clips together. This is designed as, I believe, a washing line wire. So a metal wire inside with a plastic outer coating, and I've got the smallest crimps I could find, and just going to double them up, crush it down. So hopefully it's going to crimp it together. Keep it on nice and tight, and pull it tight. Go over here. So we're just going to apply a clamp it. Just onto that. There you go. Nice tight. Not going to come off. Yeah, you can do another loop on the other end, and down your wrist. So now, whether this floats or not, you are not going to lose it. Slim possibility the GoPro spins off. So what I'm going to make is a little cable, same as this one, to attach the GoPro to the pole should the worst happen. Nice tight safety latch. Nice tight safety leash. GoPro spins off. I've got a 25mm by 25mm rubber washer with a 15mm hole in it, and it's just going to sit over this thread here, and as I do up the tripod mount, that will give something for it to bite into. Not so. Takes quite a bit of force to undo it. Looks an absolute treat. Here we have the finished item. A GoPro tripod mount onto a threaded bolt, rubber washer, PPR piping, wrist strap with cables attaching the wrist strap to the pipe, and a safety cable to attach the GoPro to the pipe as well. Now you're going to see some videos of it in action and proof that it does float.